I've been a teacher of writing now for some 30 years, and I can attest with absolute certitude to the precision, clarity, and elegance of her prose, as well as the subtlety and logic of her thinking. Sydney is one of the very few people outside my own profession whom I would ask to read my writing and whose editorial judgment I trust completely. And finally, I know other people will touch on this, but I want to say briefly that I have also worked with Sydney professionally as a teacher in a program called Changing Lives Through Literature, which she initiated in the Dorchester Court. As some of you may already know, this is a program based on the idea that literature has the power to transform. It's essentially a reading group that meets over a period of weeks and is taught by an instructor and attended by a probation officer, a judge, and students. And students in this case are men and women who have been sentenced to probation by the court. The idea is that the students will learn from reading literature about issues that they confront in their daily lives, and that the judges and probation officers will learn from discussing these issues with people whom they might normally see more from a distance, both a judicial and a physical distance. During the 10 years that I've taught in this program, I have witnessed the energy and creativity that Sydney brings to her duties as a presiding judge, and the tact and humor that she brings to her dealings with the probation students in the literature class, and with her staff and fellow judges. The Changing Lives Through Literature program offers, to my mind, many compelling benefits to the people involved, to the students, the teachers, the probation officers, the judges, and the teachers, certainly. For me, most centrally, of course, it provides people struggling to rebuild their lives with an invaluable opportunity to experience and express their essential humanity, and to discover, often for the first time, their own intelligence and creativity. For the rest of us in the program, and especially for the judges, it serves as a salutary reminder of the human dimension of every legal issue. Sydney's commitment to this program is thus perfectly in keeping with her devotion to the spirit as well as the letter of the law. It's my belief that Sydney combines a vivid awareness of the lives of citizens touched by the law with an astute legal acumen and a depth of experience, incisive intelligence, and an enviable elegance as a writer. These are the qualities I hope she'll be able to bring to people.
Thank you very much. Next we'll hear from the Honorable Laurie MacLeod.
Good morning. I'm Rosalind Miller, and I've known Sydney Hanlon since about 1983, when we were both prosecutors, and we were both asked to speak at the same community meeting in Mission Hill. Since that time, our paths have crisscrossed over the years, and in 1996, I had the good fortune to both be nominated and confirmed for a seat in the Dorchester Court as an Associate Justice. Since then, I have worked for the last 13 years side by side with Judge Hanlon in Dorchester Court. It has been a privilege. I know this woman very well. This is a terrific appointment. She is very smart. She is thoughtful. She listens well. She writes beautifully. You know, we talk about our opinions after we've written them, and we read each other's opinions, and I'm often in the position of sitting there saying, how do you do this day in and day out? Write an opinion that is so clear and so beautiful. And I tease her a lot about her Ivy League education, actually. But she assures me that she learned to write this well in elementary school, which of course doesn't make me feel all that about my elementary school, but she is tireless. Dorchester Court is a very busy place, and I know that some of you here have been to Dorchester Court, and you know what I am speaking about. The pace is fast, the work is challenging, and no one's work ethic surpasses Judge Hanlon. No one. She's knowledgeable about the law. She's current, as I believe Attorney Doolin said, on all the latest cases. And believe it or not, we have quite a crew of judges in Dorchester Court. We have spirited legal arguments, or perhaps we'll call them discussions, every day at lunchtime, and Judge Hanlon is in the middle of every one of those discussions. Dorchester Court is truly a community court, and I know that, again, some of you know that. And this is largely attributable to the leadership of Judge Hanlon. She loves people. She has a heart of gold. She has compassion for the people and the families that we serve. It's me, children, too. She's been an ardent supporter of the programs run by our probation department, the Fatherhood program, the women's program, Professor Murphy said, the Changing Lives to the Literature, and a host of other programs. She's been an advocate for our youthful offender program, which is actually a national model for strategies to combat gun and drug violence in the inner cities, and she's always been a big supporter of that program. She's innovative. She's not afraid. She has been supportive of both the domestic violence session and the drug court session in the Dorchester Court. Judge Hanlon is fair and balanced. When the federal government offered Dorchester Court more than $7 million for a domestic violence session and for services to our community, Judge Hanlon insisted that the defense bar be a part of the governing body of that grant. She said, we'll reject the money if the defense bar is not part of this. The authorities relented, and as a result, our community received almost $8 million in funds for services to the community, including, by the way, training for the defense bar about these issues. In addition, on that subject, it was Judge Hanlon's idea that part of the money from the federal government be to provide services for unrepresented defendants in restraining order hearings. The result of that was that we hired outreach workers through the Boston Public Health Commission to come in and to be there for men and women who were unrepresented in restraining order hearings, to brief people about what was happening during the hearing, about what their options are, about what their rights are, and to offer services for those people before the hearing, and then after the hearing, to debrief those people, to let them know what the terms of the order were, and again, to offer services to those people beyond the restraining order hearing. Judge Hanlon will bring years of experience in trial court to the appeals court. She will bring knowledge and context to the issues that we in the district and the municipal court face every day. Over the years, we've been mistaken for one another, and this started back in 1983. It's actually before I met her. I think the first time a state trooper came up to me and said, "Hi, Sydney," and I was like, "Who's Sydney?" I was a little offended that he thought I was, a man. But over the years that happened, and it continues to this day, very often in court, a defendant, even lawyers, will say, "Judge Hanlon," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to start having a placard. I know where it's not in. But over the years, people have confused this. And I'll tell you this. When I go out into the community, whether I'm at the Stop and Shop, whether I'm with a mechanic, whether I'm at, wherever I am, people will come up to me and they will say, "Hi, Judge." They'll sidle up to me. "You don't remember me, do you?" And I'll think, "Okay." And they're usually the next words out of their mouth are something like, "You cut me a break. I'm back with my kids because of you. When you locked me up, I got serious about my life, and I'm doing so much better. Judge, I'm sober. You helped me so much." And so, hubris being what it is, I start to feel a little good about myself. And then the details come out. And I realize that this person is not talking about Judge Miller. They're talking about Judge Hanlon. Let me just say that our loss in Dorchester, okay, and it will be a loss for the people in the community that we serve, will be a great gain for the judiciary as a whole and for the public that we all serve. So I recommend Judge Hanlon's view highly, even though in a selfish way, it will be a great, great loss.
Thank you very much, Judge. It's always good to see you.
Good to see you too, Councilor.
Next we'll hear from Chief Probation Officer Laurie MacLeod.
Good morning. Thanks for the invitation. My name is Bernie Fitzgerald.